For me personally, one of the things that I think have contributed to the success of uh, 15 years in marriage is that I learned to understand my wife. We came from very different background. Me, I'm from Ogun State. All my life in Ogun State. I later moved to Lagos State for my higher education. So my growing up is quite different from her growing up. So the only thing that I learned that I think I had to adjust, and that is what I brought on the table. We have different upbringing. We need to adjust. I adjusted to hers, and she adjusted to mine, because what I'm looking for is what I see in her, and because I don't want to lose what I've seen, I have to adjust to a lot of things to make me fit into the goal of this marriage. Not to her goal or to my goal, it's to the goal of the marriage.
Okay, so for me, individually, I think, let me just start by saying that, and I get a lot of questions about marriages. I think we have come this far to be able to opine on family and parenting and things like that. But I think individually, what's most important and what I identified in my husband, even during the years of courtship, was him being able to, first of all, apologize. My husband knows how to say sorry. He's a very caring person, very affectionate, very passionate about family. He's a family-oriented person. So I think individually, for me as a person, I'm big on family as well. I'm big on love. I'm a very romantic person. So all of that together has brought us this far. There are a lot of things that might not work. Like he rightly said, we came from different backgrounds, but being able to kind of adjust and complement each other, I think it has brought us this far. Now, collectively, it's a different person. It's a different thing when you pray for your partner. But when you pray with your partner, it's a different outcome. We pray together from the days of courtship. We're able to lay it bare. We are in our vulnerability. There is a partnership. We understand what each of us wants, and so being able to take it to God in prayer collectively kind of strengthen the bond. So that's what I would say is the foundation, and it's still what's working for us to have brought us this far.
For me, collectively, I think what we both brought on board is that understanding each other. I've heard her many times saying, if you have a kind of argument in the morning, by night we have to sort it out. And that is why I don't know why you are sleeping in different rooms when you are a couple. There's no way I'm going to sleep on that bed with you and we will not have a conversation about what happened in the morning or in the afternoon. So we always make sure that at the end of the day, we need to sort it out. Whatever happened, we're about to go to bed, let's talk about it. So by next day, we're starting on a new slate. Collectively, we have achieved that. The very first time I met my wife, for her, we're just having a conversation. But for me, I think I'm just listening to what I want to hear in a woman. So that very list, my list, is I'm looking for a woman who is brilliant, a woman who is intelligent, a woman who understands life, who is matured up here. I wasn't looking for a woman who is just everywhere. I'm looking for a woman who is intelligent, somebody that can fit into what I have. And the very first time we had a long conversation, I was just telling myself, there she is. This is the one. Because her maturity, her intelligence, and her perspective about life is what I want in a woman, and she fits in perfectly. So on my checklist, I was looking for somebody who is going to fit into that. Like I said, matured, intelligent, and perfection about life, and she fits into all. So she's my kind of woman. I didn't waste that time. I just grabbed it.
Okay, so for me, there were a lot of things that I was looking for, and one of the things that kind of captured my heart is patience. A very patient person. As a young girl, I wasn't like this. I was. But so first of all, like I said, it was a patient person, or is still a patient person. Very hardworking. Hard work was something I was big on. Even if you're not rich now, you have the potential if you keep working. So he was ambitious and matured. His tolerance rate was above the bar. But most importantly, we were friends. So having that friendship, establishing that friendship for about 2 years, before we started courting, before we started dating and all of that. So I kind of know his person. I was, already fond of him as a friend before we started dating. So those are the qualities that I saw, being ambitious, being patient, being tolerant, and very hardworking. So, the prospects were there, and that was it all for me. What was the question again? Starting a family? Okay. So, well, starting a family was intentional. We were ready, of course, and it came with so much joy and euphoria, and of course, celebration. Yes, we were young, not too young, but we were already married. It was a mixed feeling for me. First of all, the joy, the happiness was there that I'm becoming a mom, but I didn't know how that's going to shape my future and my present. And so far, it's been great. I'm a mom of 3 loving boys. But as young as I was 26 when I had my 27 actually when I had my first, and it's just been transitioning from that young girl to becoming a mom, being responsible for somebody, being a protector of somebody, being a provider of somebody. I think it's a whole new realm of life. I think we did a great job. I can proudly say that we're great parents. I think that's all I can say.
For me, starting family, it was fun. It was fun because I was happy. I'm about to become a father in my early 40s, and I was just happy. And
you were not in your early 40s when you became
close to 40. I was close to 40. I would say I was close to 40. And now...
You are not close to 40.
How old was I?
When you became a father?
Yes.
In your early 30s?
Early 30s.
My close 40.
For me, becoming a father was fun. I don't know what to expect. I was raised by, let me say, indigenous African parents. It's different for you to be an African parent and indigenous African parents. The expectations were high then. It's fun for me as a father, and when you have a loving and caring, strict mom like my wife, the family is complete. I'm serious. My sons should be happy that that they have us as parents. We're trying our best. We're not the perfect parents, but we are close to perfection because of background We know what we want them to be. They know our expectations, and we're trying our best. So I want to say I might not be raising them the way I was raised because of the location where we are right now, but I know if you see my parents, you will see culture in them, you will see respect in them, you will see what every parent should be looking for in their children. We're doing our best, and to God be the glory. Sincerely, I've been thinking about it for the past 5 minutes. There's nothing I want to change. Things that I want to change, I can still live with it. They are not that important, which is her replying messages, picking calls. My wife can be in a house for a whole year. So far, her husband is there with her. She doesn't care who is calling. If you ask her, talk about community one, my husband is here. Why do I need to care about who is calling me or not? And to me, I believe, no, there are some calls that can come in that are very important, or text messages. On my wife's phone now, you will see WhatsApp notification of over 500, text message of over 300. And if you ask her, why don't you reply? Say, they are not that important. So if I want to change something about her, it would be responses to calls and text messages. What else again? She's perfect. My wife is not materialistic. There's nothing I want to change about her. She's perfectly made for me.
You know, one thing for me is I feel that, and I've always, for people that are close to me, I have said it over and over again, that God decided to compensate me for losing my dad early by giving me a friend, a partner, a husband, a lover. Generally speaking, I don't see what I want to change. And this is not because of light camera action. This is my honest truth. If there's a word like that, this is my truth. There is nothing I want to change about him.
No.
No.
I don't think there's been any time that I even think about it. Separate. Why? You love your father. I'm this kind of a man who believes you can fix everything. You can, even if you cannot fix everything in a marriage, you can try. Before you get to the point of you saying, let's go our different ways, I want to know how far you have gone. I want to know what you have done to fix it. People that have spoken to me about their marriage before, they always know the first thing I ask them is he abusive? Abuse, I'm not talking about only physical abuse. Is this person always talking down on you, or is this person emotional abuse? So if there's no emotion, if there's no verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and physical abuse, let's fix it though. Because what you need to fix might not be something big. Yes, when something happens, we always react differently. But I always tell you, calm down first. I don't know, maybe you're already tired of him. That's why you're making an excuse to go. But if you are not tired of him, because I'm not tired of my wife, I don't think I want to be tired. I will be tired of her forever. So if something happened, I want to fix it. I do tell my friends, do you know behind the doors, you can prostrate for your wife and come outside and come out like a big boss. It's not because you're stupid. It's not because you don't know what you're doing. It's because you're a smart man who wants to keep your home. So.
Okay, so that question for me, there's never been a time like that, and I don't think there will ever be a time like that. And I think reasons, marriage is not one size fits all, but the principles are the same across board. So first of all, respect, affection, availability, patience, of course. There are a lot of factors that makes a good home. And a lot of people, whether man or woman, I think the problem is not being able to complement each other's weaknesses. So there is no perfect human being. There are still going to be lapses or flaws here and there, and you can, I've heard people say, oh, my wife is lazy, oh, my husband is this, my this. Yes, for example, if your wife doesn't know how to cook and you are a good cook, you can support. We are living in a time now where you can actually order different, variety of food and put in your freezer. But there you still see men that will tell you, I don't eat freezer food. Especially if you're on this side of the world where both of you are working. And I think a lot of this divorce rate or separations that we see is based on not communicating. Because if you know that, we are all human and we run the same blood. Both of you work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. The children are there. You need to designate between each other who's doing what. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on somebody, on just one person. Just because she's the wife, she's the mom, doesn't mean she has to be the sole, she has to provide like the sole support for the children, So I think occasionally these are some of the things that a lot of people can't deal with. A lot of complaints, a lot of ego and pride. So to cut it all short, for us, we've identified some of the things that may affect each other. Our mental health is important, and I believe that there is no crazy man, there is no crazy woman. Unless they are medically unstable. So we're not talking about people who are bipolar or they have psychosis. And especially in Nigeria, we believe that it's only when you live on the street and under the bridge and you are naked, that's when you're crazy. People dress up, look good, but yes, they do have mental disorder. So we're not talking about all of that. We're talking about two sane people that can walk their way around. But I will say that what's the most important and the foundational thing that has brought us this far, the foundational bond, was from friendship. We were friends for a couple of years before we started dating. So during the friendship, we kind of knew each other in a way, and then by the time we got married, what was left to know about each other was probably something minute. It wasn't a big deal, to walk around. So far so good. Here we are, 15 years. This video is a moment of clarity. We are celebrating our crystal anniversary, a time for reflection of how far we've come, a lot of things that we've achieved together, the partnership that we share, the support we give to each other in our careers, in our finances, and things like that. So
we are not leaving each other.
A lot of people do not know that he's my husband. A lot of people have come to me and they were probably out of curiosity have asked me, are you sure? Are you like, how can you even, let him be an actor beside another woman for years and years, I don't know how I'm going to answer that question, but I'll say that probably being part of the conceptualization of the TV show that you all know, Mr. and Mrs. Kuberigbe, I was part of the whole project from the beginning. I know what the objective of the program is. I know the vision behind it. I understand all of the nuances that comes with that project. I trust my husband. There's never I don't think that I mean, maybe every now and then, probably when we were younger in marriage, maybe they were a little concerned, but it wasn't big enough for me to, it wasn't an issue. Let me just put it that way. It wasn't a big issue. So I think I don't know if that answers the question, but that's what I can say. Like, a lot of people come to me and they're like, maybe they think they're looking out for me and they're like, oh, are you sure? You know, sometimes I even get jealous on your behalf. Don't get jealous on my behalf. I have no problem with that. We're doing great. I'm a friend of his business partner. She's a sister. She's somebody that I've known long time ago, like long time ago, even before my husband and I got married. We've known each other. So it's more of a family business than what you see on the screen. So thank you. I don't have, so like I said, it's an individual thing. While my husband may be intentional about me and respects me and honors our marriage, it might not be the case for the other celebrity. I don't know. I can only speak for myself. But for celebrity wives that feel pressured or feel left out, what is lacking is communication. What is lacking is the bargaining. What is lacking is understanding the profession, what comes with it. A lot of Instagram or social media brawls and separations, and I mean, some men get carried away. I'm not saying no, they get carried away with the fame, with the name, with the money and all of that, and the glam. So it's an individual thing. I think for some men that are really intentional, that know where to delineate business and home, it's been successful, and we have a lot of examples like that. Maybe not the numbers are not as much as the ones that separate, but I think if you really understand the show business, you understand your partner does not give you a reason to become jealous or to become to be concerned. So it's an individual thing. Mr. Korberegbe behind the door. I think I have answered that. Behind the door, Mr. Korberegbe is a patient, loving, caring, passionate, affectionate, respectful, prayerful person. A loving father, a respectful husband, an intentional husband. I can go on and on. So beyond the glam, beyond the showbiz, is somebody I'm happy that I am with and I'm spending the rest of my life with. The showbiz, it's a whole lot on the plate. Politics is a whole new level. I'm not sure, or let me not say I'm not sure, I know that I cannot deal with all of the, I'm trying to look for the word to use that comes with politics. But the answer is no, it's not allowed. It's a deal breaker for me. It's not going into politics. His integrity will be compromised. For sure. I mean, being honest, for people that knows me, they know I'm a very blunt person. I'm an open book. You know, no, I don't think I want to invite that kind of world into my home. So it's a no. What is most important is creating a foundation of understanding, communication, prayers, patience, respect, tolerance, I think that would take you a long way. Being intentional about each other, understanding that it's a partnership. You have to support each other in your dreams, in your aspirations, in your professions. There has to be that engagement, that partnership. I think it will take you a long way. Another thing that I also want to point out is a lot of people got married with somebody they can live with. I was looking for somebody I can't live without. And so this is a man that makes it easy for me. It makes it easy to love him. It makes it easy to care for him. It makes it easy, like we support, it be like bread and butter. So, and I pray that it would remain so as we continue to grow, as we continue to age, as our needs and wants changes. God has been our pillar, He has been our support, He has brought us this far, He has been the foundation of this home. And I know for sure that we are still going to come back and do our 20th anniversary, our 30, our 40, our golden jubilee, if the Lord tarries. Thank you all for watching. Thank you.